Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from the second group. We want to present about individualism and collectivism. First, I will explain about the definition about individualism. In here, I have three definitions about individualism. First, individualism is the moral stance, political philosophy, ideology, and social outlook that emphasize the moral worth of the exercise in one goals and desires, and so value independence and self-reliance and achieve precedence over the state or a social group while opposing external interference such as the government. Individualism is often defined in contrast to totalitarianism, collectivism, and more corporate social forms. In another definition about individualism is a political and social philosophy that emphasizes the moral worth of the individual. Following the upheaval of the French Revolution in France to signify the surge of social dissolution and anarchy and the elevation of individual interest above those of the collective. Individualism is the habit of being independent and self-reliant behavior characterized by the pursuit of one's own goals without reference to others. Free and independent individual action or thought individualism, it is like a theory that individuals should be allowed to act freely and independently in economic and social matters without collective or state interference.
Individualism is chiefly concerned with protecting individual autonomy against obligations imposed by social institutions such as the states or religious morality. Liberalism and anarchism are two political philosophies. They are fundamentally concerned with individual freedom, yet differ from one another in very distinct ways. Anarchism shares with liberalism a radical commitment to individual freedom, while rejecting liberalism's competitive property relations. Within anarchism, individualism anarchists represent several traditions of thought within the anarchist movement that emphasize the individual and they will offer any kinds of external determinant such as group, society, traditions, and ideological system. Autarcism promotes the principle of individualism, the moral ideology of individual liberty and self-reliance, while rejecting compulsory government and supporting the elimination of government in favor of ruling oneself to the exclusion of the rule by another. Autarcism, liberalism, is the belief in the importance of individual freedom. This belief is widely accepted in the United States, Europe, Australia, and other Western nations, and was recognized as an important value by many Western philosophers through history, in particular since the Enlightenment. Egoist anarchism is a school of anarchist thought that originated in the philosophy of Max Stirner. Name appears with familiar regularity in historically oriented surveys of anarchists to as one of the earliest and best known exponent of individualist anarchism. According to Stirner, the only limitation on the right of the individual is their power to obtain what they desire, with regard for God, states, or morality. Egoist anarchism argue that egoism will foster genuine and spontaneous between individuals. Egoism has inspired many interpretations of Stirner's philosophy, but it has also gone beyond several within anarchism.
Okay, I want to share about individualism versus collectivism. Um, and individualist is motivated by personal rewards and benefits. Individualist persons set personal goals and objectives based on self. Individualistic workers are very comfortable working with autonomy and not part of a team. The collectivists is motivated by group goals. Long-term relationships are very important. Um, Collectivities person usually sacrifice individual benefits or praise to recognize and honor the team's success. An example of how individualism versus collectivism might play out at a university is related to academic integrity. At a university in the United States where individualism is considered the norms, each individual student is expected and generally required to do their own individual works. Sometimes this is confusing to international students from a collectivist society who come to a university in the United States. And a collectivity student has a mandatory social obligation to help the other student success. These higher collectivities social obligation can be in direct violation of academic integrity in an individualist academic setting.
Individualism or collectivism describe the relationship between the individuals and their relationship to groups. In individualist societies, people prefer to act as individuals rather than as members of group. However, in collectivistic culture, people from birth onward are integrated into strong, cohesive in groups, which throughout people lifetime continue to protect them in exchange for unquestioning loyalty. Individualism is also related to low power distance, which is the extent to which people in a society accept inequality in power and consider it as normal. While collectivism is related to high power distance, this means that people who are individualistic also believe they should have control over their own destiny. Consequently, those from low power distance individualistic culture expect authority figures to consult with them about decision making. I think enough. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.